3.
Hi, I'm the Celtic Cricket, and you're watching me on YouTube. Today I would like to show you how to make your own set of Celtic hazelnuts to do divination, to find answers, and they're actually fun. They're very fun to create your own set. Today we'll be teaching my good friend Shah is going to learn how to make her own set, and we're going to take you, the viewer, step by step. Before we get into the Celtic hazelnuts, I just want to give you some brief information. According to legend, the hazelnut is one of the trees of knowledge, and it drops its hazelnuts into the sacred wells and pools, and the salmon eats 9 of these nuts, and therefore the salmon is enlightened. He has all the knowledge and wisdom. So today we're going to be making 9 nuts that the salmon ate, and 1 nut for the salmon, of a total of 10, and we will have the 10 nuts to do our divination. So I'm going to show you my set, and I've been working with my set for a very long time. These were handcrafted for me. They've been etched with a knife, and each nut has a symbol on them. Probably going to be very difficult to see on YouTube, but we have visual aids with us as well. So today, Shah, if you could select 10 nuts out of there, and you can put them on the pouch. We need a total of 10. If you don't have hazelnuts, they're also known as filberts. You can use acorns. You can use anything that you can get your hands on. And we're going to be inscribing, and I find fingernail polish, red markers work very well. This is a sign, a symbol of choices, and if you can see that, it's the road's coming up and it's forking off in 2 different directions, and this means choices, okay? So that's the first nut. You could also do a modern symbol, like a plus sign and a minus sign, or whatever speaks to you. How would you draw or inscribe something on a small nut that would say choices? It's good to have choices. I like choices. It's better to have choices than no choices. So that's the first nut. The second nut we're going to do, and this is the brooch of Tara. It symbols love. It's a circle with the stick pin through it. But you could do a modern thing and put maybe a heart. This is the nut of love, the love nut. So we need a symbol for love. This is one of my favorites, is the spiral. You could do a plus sign too. This is more. It's abundance, it's growth, fertility. It's more. It's spreading, it's growing, it's a spiral. I love this nut very, very much. And it's always, perhaps in your reading, when you're doing some divination, perhaps good things are coming and you're getting more of them. That would be a good thing. You could also do a symbol on one of the nuts that represents solutions. Here we have a comb or a rake. Solutions. If you could be creative and draw a little magnifying glass, perhaps. But you want something on a nut that symbolizes solutions. How are we doing over there?
Doing good.
On this nut, a road or a river would be very good to indicate travel. Maybe a couple of squiggly lines if you want to draw a little car on there. You can get very, very creative with the Celtic hazelnuts. Unfortunately, they don't give you a lot of room to inscribe them with, so you're going to get creative and make little symbols. So come up with a symbol that says travel. Well, into every life a little rain must fall. We need one for loss. On this one we have a broken arrow, and this is what I have on my Celtic nut. In the loss, it's a broken arrow. You could do a minus sign, and I've seen some folks put little tombstones that say rest in peace on them. It's a loss. Letting go of something, something's coming to an end. strength is the next one up, and this is a helmet with the antlers of the stag on it. You could do a muscle, perhaps, somebody flexing a muscle, whatever, or even a rock. Whatever translates to you as strength. Something nice and strong. Strength. And here we have a shield. A circle with some dots in it makes a shield. The shield is used for protection. You can also put a pentacle, perhaps, or even a cross, whatever signifies to you protection. Be on guard. This one here is a little mirror, and it's self-awareness, looking at yourself. So many times we look elsewhere for the answer. Sometimes we have to look at ourselves. Be aware of our own potential, our positives and our negatives. So we have a little vanity mirror there for self-awareness. You could simply draw a face on yours. And of course, that covers the 9 nuts. Now we have the 10th nut, and we have the salmon. Draw something that looks like a fish, and that is knowledge. If you can't draw a fish, you can trace one. That's what I did. Or you can draw a little diploma or graduation tassel. Something that says knowledge. So here are some simple ways to do a divination. I like to have all 10 nuts in the bag. So if you would take your 10 nuts and put them in the bag. And now I would shake the bag with my left hand at least 3 times. And then I'll pull one nut out with my left hand. And I'll just tell you, this is the 1 nut draw. I have the fish of knowledge. So he's telling me I already have the answer to apply my knowledge, and you got the same thing. Okay, well, this just goes to show that the nut knows. We got the knowledge nut. And that's just a 1 nut read. So what we're going to do now is put it back in the bag, shake it up, and you're going to pull out 3 nuts. We're going to do a past, present, and future. Past to the left, present in the center, and future to the right. And what do I have? I have protection in the back. In the past, I'm very guarded. Probably not as outgoing as I am now. Thank you, YouTube. Presently, I have options and choices. I like that. In future coming, I have loss, transition. Loss isn't necessarily a bad thing. For those that are familiar with the tarot deck, it can be letting go of something. It can be a transformation. So although I have options and choices on my plate today, I definitely have some loss coming in the future. And these could be things that I'm willing to purge out of my life or change. So it could be a very positive thing. And what did you get today?
The past was the comb.
Was the what? Combing for solutions.
For solutions. Present was travel.
Ooh.
And my future as well as loss.
Okay, so it sounds like whether you're reading yourself or someone else, your first one again was solutions. So you're probably the type of person that's always looking to not leave things up in the air. If there's an issue or problem, you want to fix it right away and be done with it. And your second one is?
Travel.
Travel. So you probably moved a lot in your life, or spiritually you're moving in the right direction. And your third one was lost, just like mine. How funny we're getting the same nuts. This, a good transformation is coming. Letting go of the past, perhaps. Alright, so now we're going to ask a question. Okay? So I'm going to put all 3 nuts in the bag. I'm going to shake it up. And I'm going to ask a question. I'm going to ask, will I be financially happy within the next week? Meaning, will there be prosperity for me? And I got the protection nut. It says to proceed with caution. So perhaps when money starts coming in, or if I'm given a gift, that I should use it sparingly and don't assume it's always going to be there. That this tells me to be a little guarded with it. I do view that as a yes, but with caution. Now you ask a question. Can be about anything.
I'm going to do the same thing with prosperity.
Oh, everybody wants prosperity in this economy. You kidding me?
And I got to travel.
Travel. Oh, she's moving on down the road. So I need to be a little bit guarded. She can afford a vacation. Can I go with you?
Sure.
Another thing that you can do with the nuts, too, is you can cast the whole thing. You can think of your life, where it's going, or what kind of answers you need. Shake the whole bag and just dump them out. The nuts that are closest to you are nuts that you need to work on now. The nuts that are in the middle are definitely nuts that are coming into being. And the ones up at the top are your goal. So we can look at these. Now, if you notice, I have more here, only 3 here and 2 up here. So I have a lot going on down right in my life right now. Let's see what the future's bringing. We have choices, solutions, and a lot of self-awareness. Sounds like I'm going back to school. And in the future, I got knowledge and strength. Ooh, that sounds very, very good. My love nut's down here, so I don't see a new love life coming anytime soon, but that's okay. And what nuts are closest to you?
The spiral.
Is more abundance, growth,
Loss.
and loss.
Knowledge.
Excellent.
The mirror.
Self-awareness. And what nuts are furthest away?
Strength.
Strength. That's what I had.
This one over here.
Yeah.
Love.
Love. Okay. So, love is in your future. It's not on the plate today. It's going to take some time to get there. A lot of times, strength will translate into patience. Being strong physically, mentally, and spiritually is a good thing. But also, being strong, you have to be patient. Okay? So now, for the audience out there, we are going to shake up the bag and tell you what your answer is. Think of your questions, people. And I draw for you self-awareness. What did you draw?
The comb again.
Combing for solutions.
Solutions.
So it goes to show that we are all have to take a good look at ourselves and find our own solutions sometimes. The nut knows, Celtic hazelnuts. They're very fun, very easy, and I always say this, the nut always knows. Well, this is the Celtic cricket on Celtic hazelnuts, and that's class in a nutshell. Thanks for watching.